Hi there, I'm Aki from Aki Gaming, and welcome to another episode of My Waifu or Husbando is Better Than Yours. Each episode, we will be putting two heroes into the spotlight and see who reigns supreme over the other. First, they will be judged by all of their attributes, which includes their stats, weapons, skills, etc. Then, we will put them into a battle simulator to see who's the better one when head-on. Not only that, we will be also giving them their best possible skill build and put them into the ultimate mass battle showdown to see who will be crowned the winner of My Waifu or Husbando is Better Than Yours. Let's not wait any longer and introduce our contestants. Standing on the left corner, the right-hand man of Chrome, the Shepherd's tactical advisor, the festive tactician, Robin! And standing on the right corner, the sincere noble of Fairy, a close friend of Hector and Lynn, the devoted love, Eliwood! And here we go, the first ever Lance Armored battle in MWIBTY. Who shall claim the title of Best Husbando? Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready to rumble? Round 1, Stats and Skills. Let's start with their base stats total. Robin has a BST of 174, and Eliwood's BST is 175. Eliwood takes the first point. By the way, are we really looking at their base stats? Man, those are some crazy number. What about their rating after weapon and skills? Robin's total rating is 188, and Eliwood is 189. Eliwood scores again, 0-2. Next is their hit points. Robin has 45 HP and Eliwood has 47. Eliwood continues raking up the points, 0-3. Let's look at their attack now. Robin's attack is 35 plus 14 and Eliwood is 38 plus 14. Another point to Eliwood. What about their speed? Who is the faster unit among the two? Robin has a speed of 34 and Eliwood has 32. Robin finally gets his first point, 1-4. Now let's look at the defense. Robin has 35 points in defense and Eliwood has 29. Robin is slowly catching up, 2-4. Last, their resistance to magical damage. Robin has a resistance of 25 and Eliwood has 29. One more point to Eliwood. After looking at their stats, Eliwood is currently leading by 3 points, but Robin still stands a chance to turn the tide around with his weapon and skill if he wins all from here on. Let's look at their weapon first. Robin wields the Tannenbaum, which is basically a fir tree. It has a might of 14 and grants him a +2 on attack, speed, defense and resistance during combat when defending. Tannenbaum could also be refined to boost his HP and one of the other 4 stats of your choice. As for Eliwood, he wields the Casablanca that also has a might of 14. It has the ability to neutralize foes' bonuses during combat if foe uses bow, magic, dagger or staff. Same as Robin's tree, Casablanca could be refined too. So, who has the better weapon? According to Game 8, Tannenbaum is rated lower than Casablanca. Hence, this point goes to Eliwood. Next, their assists. Robin has reciprocal aid that allows him to swap HP with an adjacent ally, but neither unit could go above their max HP. How about Eliwood? He has rally attack defense, an assist skill that grants an adjacent ally a +3 on attack, defense until the end of the turn. Once again, by referring to Game 8, rally attack defense is the better assist among the two. Another point to Eliwood. Now, shall we look at their passives? First, let's start with passive A. Robin has brazen attack speed. It grants him a +7 attack and speed during combat if his HP is 80% or lower at the start of combat. As for Eliwood, he has Fire Boost that grants him a +6 attack during combat if his HP is 3 or more higher than foe. Again, by referring to this link, Brazen attack speed is slightly better than Fire Boost. Robin scores one back. Okay, now what's left is passive C. Robin has armor match. If he has an adjacent armored unit at start of a turn, he and such allies can move one extra space. And Eliwood has God Armor, a passive that grants armored allies within 2 spaces a +4 attack speed during combat. Who will take the last point? As a unit who could only walk 1 space at a time, movement buff prevails over any other buff. So, the last point goes to Robin. And that's the end to round 1. With a score of 4 against 7, the winner of first round is Eliwood! I was expecting a closer match, to be honest. With no further delay, let's move on to round 2, head-on fight. For this segment, I'm going to use the FEH damage calculator by Andu. First, we are just going to let them brawl with their default skills and IV with no buff. Let's have a look at the result. It seems no one gets to one-round KO their opponent. However, Robin has a slight advantage in the following turn. But since we are only looking at 1 round of combat, it's a draw. How about we give them some skill inheritance? For your information, the build that I'm going to show might not be the best build for them, but is optimized for higher kill count. For Robin, Slaying Lance Plus, Death Blow, Bullfighter, Luna, and an attack seal. For Eliwood, he will be using a similar build to Robin's, but the A skill would be Fire Boost instead. And the result? Both get to 1-round KO their opponent because of Bullfighter. Even if you change their skill into close defense, they would still be able to KO each other. With such an outcome, I'm pleased to announce the final result of round 2 ended in a draw. Before we proceed to the final segment, let's look back at the results so far. Eliwood has a win in hand compared to Robin with only a draw. Could Robin manage to bounce back at the last round, or would it be Eliwood that takes home the title? Let's find out in round 3, Mass Battle. For this segment, we will be using the same damage calculator as round 2 to calculate how effective are they against all the other heroes. Instead of looking at only their kills, we are going to consider their draws and losses too, and the result would be in the form of percentage. Here's the formula. First, we will calculate the result with their default build. And Robin draws 72, loses 29, and wins 122. What about Eliwood? He draws 38, loses 44, and wins 141. Hard to tell just by looking at this. Let's convert it to percentage then. And Eliwood has a higher winning rate with 71.7 compared to Robin with 70.9. A difference of only 0.8%. Next, let's have a look at the result if enemy attack first. Robin draws 39, loses 24, and wins 160. On the other hand, Eliwood draws 59, loses 39, and wins 125. After conversion, this time Robin is higher than Eliwood with 80.5%. I think we have to average both faces to have a more accurate reading. And Robin did better overall, mainly due to brazen attack speed. Hence, the default fight goes to Robin. Now, let's move on to their most offensive build. Would Robin continue his winning streak? Let's look at the result. Robin draws 0, loses 7, and wins 216. As for Eliwood, he draws 0, loses 10, and wins 213. Let's change it to percentage. Whoa! Both of their winning rate are extremely high, with Robin having the higher rate of 96.9, followed by Eliwood with 95.5. The last time we saw such high rates were Ira and Mia. Next, what if they defend first? Would the result be the same? And Robin draws 1, loses 11, and wins 211. As for Eliwood, he draws 1, loses 18, and wins 204. After conversion, Robin still has a higher rate with 94.8% compared to Eliwood with 91.7%. With that, the winner of last round goes to Robin. And ladies and gentlemen, with both having a win and a draw, the final result of this week's My Waifu or Husbando is better than yours ended in a draw. What an exciting fight to the finish line. To be honest, I'm pretty impressed with their result in the last round. I guess it's time for me to use some ops to get a Christmas Lisa or Hardin. Both Robin and Eliwood are actually very similar in terms of stats distribution, with Robin having slightly higher speed, whereas Eliwood has the higher attack. But do keep in mind that Eliwood is a Tempest Trial reward, and Robin is a special unit that only appears in some special summoning banner. In other words, both are equally difficult to wield, unless you have a very deep pocket. So, what's your thought on the result? Who do you think should have been the better Husbando? Let's discuss. If you like this video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to Aki Gaming for more interesting content like this. You could also leave a comment below to suggest who would you like to feature in the future episodes. By the way, in order to increase viewer engagement, I'm going to add a poll for you to decide the matchup. And the final result will be concluded 5 days after this video launch. And the winning matchup will be featured in an episode a week later. You see the small exclamation icon on the top right? Click on that and cast your votes. Here's the winning pair from last week's poll. Thank you for watching and hope to see you on the next episode of My Waifu or Husbando is better than yours.
Thank you.